Welcome in, everybody watching on KYNTV. My name is Brayden Butler. We got Yankton Bucks baseball today as they're taking on the Sioux Falls-Lincoln Patriots. A little bit of an impromptu game as it was moved to this evening this morning. This was originally supposed to be a doubleheader between these two teams tomorrow afternoon, but now it is a single game tonight. We have it here standalone on KYNTV. Thank you for joining me this evening as we are set and underway and ready to get going for Yankton Bucks baseball. This is the Hy-V pregame show here on KYN-TV. Hy-V, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. We take a look at these two squads. The visiting Sioux Falls-Lincoln Patriots are the defending club state champions here in the state of South Dakota. So a lot riding on the plate going up against Yankton today. As for the Bucks, they are 2-0 to start the season after a two-game series sweep and a doubleheader yesterday over the Huron Tigers. In Game 1, Drew Reichen was on the mound for the Bucks. He went 6 full innings, allowing 1 earned run, striking out 5 batters as the Bucks won that game 4-1. In Game 2, Sean Turner. Excuse me there. Sorry there. Sean Turner was on the mound in Game 2. For the Yankton Bucks. He went 6 complete innings as well, allowed 2 earned runs, both of those coming in the 7th when he was trying to close it out. Close out a complete game, my apologies. He struck out 9 Huron Tigers batters in that one, and the Bucks secured a victory 5-3. Lucas Kamshoff played third base for 12 of the 14 innings yesterday, but he came in the 7th in Game 1 and Game 2, securing 2 saves, getting a couple strikeouts as well. So he was able to shut down the Tigers in both ends of that doubleheader. Like I was saying earlier, though, it is a tough task today as the Sioux Falls-Lincoln Patriots are a very good team coming off of a great season last season. We'll see what they have today. It's a colder night here in Yankton, especially compared to what it was yesterday. There's a reason this game got moved to today. It's supposed to be overnight storms overnight tonight into tomorrow. That's why it got moved here tonight here at Riverside Field in Yankton. I'm Brayden Butler. This is the Hy-V pregame show here on KYN-TV. Do it a little differently this week since we don't have radio ads. So when we go off, we will be back. If you hear some silence, just wait a couple minutes. We will be back on the pregame show, and we will have everything going as first pitch from Yankton is set for 6 o'clock this evening. I am Brayden Butler. You're listening to KYN-TV. You're watching on KYN-TV. Yankton Bucks baseball. Hy-V pregame show. Continue just a little bit. Welcome back in here on KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. Yankton Bucks baseball taking on the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots in just a couple minutes. It'll be about 20 minutes here to first pitch. Reason we're on KYNTV alone tonight is because there's also softball happening, the inaugural softball season as a sanctioned high school sport in the state of South Dakota. The Yankton Gazelles are kicking off that against the Harrisburg Tigers. That is also on KYNTV as well as KYNT. So we're doing things a little different tonight. We got to kind of roll with the punches. This game, as I mentioned earlier on, was supposed to happen tomorrow night. It was supposed to be a pair of games between the Bucks and the Patriots. Been moved to tonight in a standalone game as weather in the forecast overnight and tomorrow likely would have had the game canceled. So the movement one night back kind of throws a wrinkle into all the plans around KYNTV, but we got it cooking for you so far. So we take a look back at some stats on the season for the Yankton Bucks. We're only 2 games into the season. They did go 2-0 yesterday in a doubleheader against the against Huron Tigers, excuse me. Currently leading the team in batting average is Rugby Riken. In 7 plate appearances, he did walk quite often. He had 2 hits in those 7 plate appearances, but he's batting .667 because he got on base via the walk 4 times in yesterday's action, as Rugby Riken, showing his patience at the plate, was able to get the job done there. A couple other leaders in statistics for you. The leader in RBIs right now is Matthew Sheldon with 2. So he got a 2 RBI double to open the scoring in Game 1 yesterday afternoon. He also scored a run, did Matthew Sheldon. That'd be the time we take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard and the standings review. This early in the season, though, the standings have not fully been finalized. Opening day was yesterday. We expect those to be finalized by the end of the week. We'll start having that for you. But as it stands right now, your standings review throughout the season will be brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. Also, your out-of-town scoreboard will be brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer. We'll also take this time to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club sponsors, starting with America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. Also, Boston Shoes to Boots. Footwear experts since 1915, Boston Shoes to Boots carries high-quality work boots, casual, athletic, and dress shoes for men and women, located at 3rd and Broadway or bostonshoestoboots.com. Finally, Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Elwood Family Dental Care. That's going to do it for this segment here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. We'll be back in a couple minutes on KYNTV. First pitch for Yankton Bucks baseball against the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots coming up at 6, so don't go anywhere. You're watching Bucks baseball, KYNTV. Welcome back in here on KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. Time to take a look at your colors of the game today, which are brought to you by Buell's Cleaners. Buell's offers dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. Looking at the jersey composition today for both these teams, the Sioux Falls-Lincoln Patriots, the visitors, are in a kind of sky blue jersey with red numbers and letters and white trim. The Bucks seem to be in their black jerseys once again with white numbers and red trim, same as they wore in the doubleheader yesterday. Fans of the game are brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. No matter what you drive, make sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's. 5 cents off each gallon of fuel on Saturdays. If you say you're a fan of KYNT or KYNTV, it's definitely chillier than it was yesterday for the games, but I did see a couple fans already filing into their seats as I was coming up here about half an hour, 45 minutes ago. So there's people coming out here to support the Bucks despite the weather. It's always nice to see them. Also, shout out to our official KYNTV watch party location, Finney's Sports Bar and Casino. With more TVs and a new and improved menu, bring your friends and family to Finney's for every game. It's a great way to maybe stay a little warmer while enjoying the Yankton Bucks baseball, but also getting some good food as well. Take a look ahead at our next segment here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. It's your Vision Leader of the Season, brought to you by Vision Care Associates. Looking for the highest quality eye care with a personal touch? Call Vision Care Associates today to schedule eye evaluations for everyone or visit visioncareassociates.net. Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Our Vision Leader of the game is a guy we already talked about. That's Rugby Riken, batting .667 after yesterday's doubleheader. Only 2 for 3 in the official stat sheet. That's because he showed the vision at the plate as well, drawing 4 walks over 2 games yesterday afternoon. He is our Vision Leader of the season so far. Your starting pitcher of the game, brought to you by Missouri River Associates. If you're looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction, contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. For today's game, that's going to be Matthew Sheldon. We've seen him play at second base and third base. Seen him kind of play all around the field, depending on who is out there, even spending time in right field yesterday. But today he's going to be on the mound for this game, his first start of the season for the sophomore, Matthew Sheldon. We'll see how he gets on against the Sioux Falls-Lincoln Patriots. Going to go break one more time here on KYNTV. This is the Hy-Vee pregame show on KYNTV. When we come back, we'll have your vision of the game as well as your starting lineups as we're counting down the time to first pitch. First pitch at 6 o'clock, time just before 5:50. Yankton Bucks baseball on KYNTV. Thank you for joining us this evening. Welcome back in here on KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler, Yankton Bucks baseball. First pitch is right around the corner. We just wrapped up the national anthem from Riverside Field here in Yankton. As we go to your starting lineups, do not have the starting lineup quite yet for the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. But we do have the lineups for the Bucks. And it reads very similar to the lineup we saw in Game 1 yesterday. There's 3 changes, but all 9 players are out in the field to start. Rugby Reichen in left field leads the outfield as he's alongside Mac Reichen in center and Isaiah Skelhaas in right. Your infield reads like this: third base, Lucas Kamshoff; shortstop, Drew Reichen; second base, Owen Washon; and first base, Josh Sheldon. Behind the dish is Jace McCorkle, and pitching today for the Bucks is number 18, the sophomore Matthew Sheldon. When we get to the actual batting lineups, Luke Bernardo will also be seeing action today as he is listed as the designated hitter for the Bucks.
Batting 8, doing the catching, number 35, Jorgen Sorum.
Going through our warm-ups here in Yankton.
Batting 9, playing center field.
Second official day of the season. Weather's definitely different than it was the first.
Will be number 27, Caden.
A little more of a chill in the air. It's still spring. It's still early spring. April 3rd is the date.
For Yankton, at first base, number 6, Josh Sheldon.
Watching Matthew Sheldon get his warm-ups in here. Another thing to mention, we do not have a pregame coach interview for today's game, but those interviews throughout the season are brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-bodied draft root beer available. You can find it on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in large cans at the Yankton Hy-Vee. Also, your vision of the game brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. That's going to be to get the bats going early. The first 9 batters that went up were all out in some way. The top of the order did not come back around until the 4th inning for the Bucks, but when it did, they were able to get it going and win both of their games yesterday. They're going to need to start that action a little earlier today if they want to knock off the Patriots. First pitch, and we are underway here in Yankton. That one's going to be popped up near the middle infield. Josh Sheldon underneath of it at first base, gloves it for the first out of the game. One pitch, one pop-up out for Matthew Sheldon on the mound.
Now batting the first baseman, number 2, Sawyer Minette.
Brings up Sawyer Minette. Minette, the right-handed hitter, facing the right-handed pitcher, Sheldon. Sheldon kicks and deals. That's high for ball 1. One pitch at bat to start. Sheldon, that one leaves that one inside. 2 balls here. 2-0's the count to the batter, Minette. Third pitch high and inside as well for Sheldon. Runs the count 3-0. Sheldon puts that one down the pipe. It's gloved by McCorkle behind the plate, and that's the first strike of the game for the Yankton Bucks and Matthew Sheldon. 3-1 count here in the top of the first inning with 1 out. That one high and inside. That'll be a walk for Minette.
Minette with the walk brings to the plate the shortstop, number 1, Nate Model.
Sheldon working out the stretch for the first time tonight as he stills to the plate. That one just outside the outside corner. That brings the count to 1-0 to start. Sheldon checks the runner at first, sneaks a glance again. Now fires home. That pitch low in there for a ball. That brings the count 2-0. Minette, the runner, on first. Model at the plate. He drives that one out to left field down the line. Ranging back for it is Rugby Reichen. It's going to be ruled a foul ball as it bounces just in front of the fence over the left field line. Showing some pop here early on for the shortstop. Pitch in there for a strike for Sheldon. Sheldon checks the runner at first again. Now he fires to the plate. That one makes contact. That one's driven foul as well, however, so the count goes 2-2 here. 1 out in the top of the first inning with a runner on first base for the Patriots. Matthew Sheldon got an out with the first pitch of the game as he forced a pop-up. Shallow infield, was gloved by Josh Sheldon. Pitch sent home, swing and a miss there at the dish. It's going to be a strikeout for Matthew Sheldon. He was able to battle back. Was down 2-0 in the count, battle back and strike the man out.
Now batting. The right fielder, number 10, Cooper Perry.
Cooper Perry up to bat next as Matthew Sheldon throws to first, trying to get a pickoff play. Perry wearing the number 10 today for the Patriots. Second pitch in there. First pitch, excuse me, high in there for a ball. Sheldon out of the stretch, inside there on Perry. Perry had to skin the cat on that one to get out of the way of the pitch. Count moves to 2-0 here. 2 balls, 0 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. No runs scored yet, but there's a man on first for the Patriots. Foul tipped there by Perry, excuse me. Brings the count 2-1. Sheldon likes likes the call made by McCorkle as he checks the runner at first. Now fires home. That one in there, strike 2, brings the count 2-2 with 2 outs. Only 1 man on base for the Patriots. Sheldon fires home again. That's strike 3. Matthew Sheldon allows 1 runner in the inning, but they strand him on base. 2 strikeouts for Sheldon as well in his first inning of work. That brings up the bottom of the first here for the Yankton Bucks. The Bucks bats are up next. Before we go to a little bit of a break, thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, including J&H Cleaning, Carpet, Upholstery, Area Rugs, Air Ducts, Dryer Vents, Power Washing, and Janitorial Services for businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. If it's dirty, J&H can clean it. Check out jhcleaningsd.com. Also, Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. Also, Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. We'll be back with the bottom of the first inning of action in just a little bit here on KYNTV. Rugby Riken, the left fielder, to lead off here for the Yankton Bucks as we're back on KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. 0-0 is your score as we go to the bottom of the first inning. First pitch in there, low for a ball. Pitching today is Caden Watson for Sioux Falls Lincoln. Behind the plate is Jorgen Surum. Swing and a miss there from Riken on the second pitch, moves to a 1-1 count. That pitch just outside for ball 2. Count moves to 2-1 to Riken. Working out of the stretch here. That pitch in there for ball 3. 3-1 the count now as Riken looks to draw maybe his 5th walk of the season. We're only in game 3. Watson kicks and deals. Gets that one in there for a strike. Count goes full here. Riken shaking his head a little bit, maybe letting that one get by him. Full count here, 3-2. Riken leading off the bottom of the inning for the Bucks. Makes contact with that one as he drives it out to right field, but that's going to go foul ball. Count remains full at 3-2. Nobody out. Riken leading off. Drew Riken behind him. Pitch in there. Another contact made by Riken. Another foul ball sent down to right field. Count will remain 3-2 here as Riken's battling on a full count. Watson comes set. Still working out of the stretch. He fires home. Ball foul tipped by Riken off the glove of the catcher. Count remains 3-2 again. Score still 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. Riken, of course, leading off for the Bucks. Watson kicks and deals. That one contact made by Riken going down the right field wide again. Also a foul ball. Starting to lose track how many foul balls in a row for Rugby Riken as he's battling here at the plate. Trying to protect, waiting for a pitch he likes that he can drive. Watson comes set. He fires the plate again. That one inside. Rugby Riken draws the walk.
Rugby Riken draws the walk. Now batting the shortstop.
5th time this season, Riken gets a free base due to his patience at the plate. Brings up Drew Riken, the shortstop. Batting out of the 2-hole. Lucas Kamshoff, the third baseman, on deck. Watson checks Riken at first. Now he fires home. Contact made by Drew Riken, popped up over the press box here at Riverside Field. That foul tip will make the count 0-1. Watson checks the runner at first once again. He fires the plate. Contact made. Dribbler to the third baseman. Trying to turn 2 here. They get Rugby Riken at second. They don't get Drew Riken at first. Fielder's choice reaches Drew Riken to first base as him and Rugby swap places. Do get one out on the play, though, do the Patriots.
The third baseman, number 11, Lucas Kamshoff.
Lucas Kamshoff in, the third baseman. Pitcher Matthew Sheldon on deck, the cleanup hitter. First pitch in there for a ball. Count goes 1-0 here, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Watson checks Drew Riken on first before getting back to Kamshoff. Foul tip by Kamshoff back into the netting. Bring count 1-1 here with 1 out, 1 runner on. Pitch in there to Kamshoff is inside. Oh, excuse me, catches the inside part of the plate. My apologies. That's in there for strike two. 1-2 count right now, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Kamshoff got to protect here behind the count. Reichen faked like he was going to steal there. Pitch was in there low as Watson came home with it. 2-2 is the count. Reichen getting the lead off of first again. Pickoff attempt by Watson. Doesn't get Reichen, but keeps him honest at the base. Watson comes set again. This time he's firing home. That one inside. Oh, it tipped off the bicep there of Lucas Kamshoff. That's going to be a free base as Kamshoff's hit by the pitch.
Now batting the pitcher, number 18, Matthew Sheldon.
Matthew Sheldon at the plate now from the right-handed batter's box. Sheldon also pitching today, had a solid outing in the first inning with a couple strikeouts. First pitch from Watson is low and wide to the right. Wild pitch. It's going to be a free base for Kamshoff and Reichen. Sheldon's got a 1-0 count and runners at second and third. Very similar situation to what we saw yesterday in game one against Huron. 2 runners on with Sheldon at the plate. He was able to drive in a 2 RBI double in that one. See what he's got here is Watson. Checks the runner at third before firing home. That one, contact made by Sheldon. Going to be a grounder to the second baseman. He's going to be out at first, but the run will score.
Sheldon with the
RBI for Sheldon on the putout. 1-0 lead for Yankton here in the bottom of the first inning. That brings up Jason McCorkle, the catcher, to the plate. Kamshoff still on third for the Bucks. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first inning. We have an equipment timeout down on the field. Some loose equipment was being picked up by the Bucks bench. Watson comes set again. First pitch fires high and inside for a ball. That count goes 1-0. Watson not spending much time looking at Kamshoff on this pitch. He focuses on McCorkle. McCorkle ground ball to the second baseman. Scooped up, fires to first, and that'll end the inning. Yankton Bucks go down here on 3 outs, but they do put one up on the board on an RBI by Matthew Sheldon. Drew Reichen, the man who scored. Now Matthew Sheldon looks to go defend on defense as he's going to come out to pitch the second inning. 1-0 lead here for the Bucks. We'll be back with the top of the second inning here on KYNTV shortly.
1-0.
Coming up to the plate is the left fielder, Ryan Hussman. Lincoln Vasgard, the third baseman, on deck for the Patriots as Matthew Sheldon gets set to start inning number 2 here for the Bucks. They do have a 1-run lead as Sheldon was able to bring home Drew Reichen.
Correction, we have Ryan Huseman, the left fielder, batting.
Second pitch to Hussman. He makes contact with it going out the right field line, but that's going to go foul. 1-1 now, the count to Hussman. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 count here for Hussman. No outs in the inning. He's leading off the top of the second. Kicks, deals, fires. That's a punch out there for Matthew Sheldon, his third strikeout of the game. He sets Hussman down.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 8, Lincoln Vasgard.
Lincoln Vasgard, the third baseman, stepping into the batter's box here for the Patriots. All righties so far in the batter's box for both these teams. That pitch in there high for a ball. That pitch, contact made, going towards the dugout here, and that's going to be foul ball, out of bounds, or out of play. Josh Sheldon was trying to track it, but the fence got in his way. He couldn't get to it. Sheldon fires home once again. This one, a ground ball to the first baseman. That's Josh Sheldon. He's going to pick it up and put it out himself at the first base, down the first base line. Second out of the inning is a ground out for Vasgard. He grounds out to Josh Sheldon.
Number 20, Bryson Mitchell.
Brings up the designated hitter, number 20, Bryson Mitchell. First pitch bounces to the plate, scooped up by Jace McCorkle. Good block for McCorkle early on, and that is going to be your block of the game, brought to you by H&R Block. Open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. 665-3366. Give them a call at H&R Block. Second pitch in there for a strike for Matthew Sheldon here in the top of the second inning. First two batters went up and down. Hussman struck out to start the second. Vasgard grounded out to first. Big swing there by Mitchell, but he can't get any contact. 1-2 now the count. Sheldon with the 1-2 count, that one high. Makes the count 2-2, 2 outs. There's contact made by Mitchell as he drives that one out deep to right field. Skellhouse tracking at the warning track, can't get there. That's going to get down off the wall. Two-bagger for Bryson Mitchell as he's on second base. Big double there for Bryson Mitchell as now a man is in scoring position for the Patriots as they look to answer the opening run scored by the Bucks in the last half inning. Sheldon going to work out of the stretch now. First pitch is a ball to Sorum. Jorgen Sorum. Catcher today for the Patriots. He swings at strike two, or at the second pitch for strike one. Two down here in the top of the second inning. Sheldon getting the call from his catcher McCorkle. He comes set while checking the runner Mitchell. Fires the plate, foul tipped. I bring up a 1-2 count here with two down. There is one runner on base as Bryson Mitchell at second in scoring position. A shot to the gap here by Sorum. Could bring Mitchell home for the first run of the game for the Patriots. He pops that one out to left field. That drops between Drew Reichen and Rugby Reichen. Reichen thought about it, doesn't go home. That'll be a run scored for Bryson Mitchell. We're tied back up at one apiece here in the top of the second. RBI single for Sorum.
The center fielder, number 13, Ryan Hirsch.
Sheldon working on the stretch here with Sorum on first. Ryan Hirsch at the plate as he hits that one down the left field line, foul.
Number 5, Kason Rapp.
Courtesy runner at first base for Sorum is Kason Raff. Pitch number 2 in there for a ball for Sheldon. Brings the count 1-1 with 2 out. Raff on first is the courtesy. Sheldon checks Raff at first. Now brings it home. Raff is stealing. McCorkle scoops it, fires down to second base to Owen Washon. In there, safe is Raff. He was able to swing his body out of the way. He was sliding in there to second base. Great effort made by Raff to get into second base cleanly. It's a stolen base for the courtesy runner. Hirsch still in the box for the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. 2-1 count to Hirsch. 2 outs, man on second. We're tied up at 1 apiece here in the top of the first inning. Sheldon fires home. That one's a ball. 3-1 count now to Hirsch. Sheldon leaves that one low for ball 4. That's going to be a walk to Hirsch. He's going to take his free base. That brings up the top of the order. Sawyer Tolk, first pitch of the game was a pop-up to first base for Tolk.
Back to the top of the order. The second baseman, number 33, Sawyer Tolk.
Sheldon's got runners on first and seconds now. Tolk looks to bring one of them home. 1-1 game, and the first pitch of this at-bat is a strike for Matthew Sheldon. 0-1 count now with 2 outs in the top of the second. Second time through the order for Sawyer Tolk. Popped up to first base, Josh Sheldon, earlier on in this one. That one bounces in front of the plate for ball 1. Sheldon sends it home. That one high for a ball. 2-1 the count now with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Raff on second. Hirsch on first. That pitch in there for a strike for Matthew Sheldon. 2-2 count now. 2 out, 2 on. In the top of the second inning, you can say deuce is wild here. Sheldon working on the stretch as he fires home. Contact made there at the plate. Drifting towards the new bullpen area here at Riverside Field. Is going to fall in there for a foul ball. Count will remain 2-2 to Tolk. Sheldon fires home. That one low and away. Brings the count full, 3-2, 2 outs here. Sheldon checks the runners again as he fires home. That one foul tipped. Both runners were on the move. Fires the plate, does Sheldon. Contact made. That one's drifting behind the second baseman's head. Owen Washon able to track it, get into the outfield, and secure the grab for the third out of the inning. Patriots strand 2, but they do get a run back in the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second, tied up at 1 apiece here on KYNTV. The Bucks bats are up next. Stick with us. We'll be back shortly.
For Yankton was Sean Bernardo.
Welcome back in here on KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. Going to the bottom of the second inning. Owen Washawn steps into the batter's box for the Yankton Bucks. Take some time to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Aztec. Colberg Pioneers changed names to Aztec. Change could be a good thing. Aztec is offering a healthy sign-on bonus, wage and benefits, plus walk-in interviews. Build your career with a group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Watson working out the stretch here still. Fires in there for strike one to Washawn. Watson's second pitch to Washawn, swinging strike two. 0-2 count now to Owen Washawn, the leadoff man here in the bottom of the second inning. We're tied up at 1 apiece. No hits recorded yet for the Bucks, but they do have a run. 2 hits for the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. That one ball in there. Ball inside, 1-2 count now. Kicks and deals does Watson. That one high and inside again for ball 2. 2-2 count now to Washawn. So you take the time to thank Midwest Insurance Agency as well, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. Watson goes into his windup once again, swinging a miss, strike 3 by Washawn. First out of the bottom half of the inning for the Yankton Bucks, and that brings up the designated hitter, Luke Bernardo. As Bernardo steps into the box, thank one more of our Sportscaster Club member. One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution, located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. Watson comes set as he fires home to Bernardo, swinging a miss on strike 1. 0-1 count now with 1 down here in the bottom of the second inning. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Second pitch high to Bernardo. 1-1 count now. Foul tipped there by Bernardo at the plate. I'll bring the count to 1-2. Watson comes set as he looks down Bernardo at the plate. That one high and outside for a ball. 2-2 count now here at Riverside Field. Wind blowing left to right across the diamond. Watson gets one ground ball back up the middle here for Bernardo. That's going to be a base hit that splits the second baseman and shortstop. Luke Bernardo's on first as Josh Sheldon comes up to bat.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 6.
First hit of the game for the Yankton Bucks is by Luke Bernardo. As I said, brings up Josh Sheldon here, the first baseman. Secured the first out of this game on the first pitch of the game as well. It was a pop-up to him at first. Watson sets and fires this one. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Trying to turn 2 are the Patriots. They're not going to get him. Josh Sheldon beats it out at first. No throw from the second baseman. Tolk decided not to try to get it to Mint at first.
Josh Sheldon at first base, now batting, the center fielder, number 3.
Sheldon will reach on a fielder's choice as Bernardo is out at second. That brings up the center fielder, Mac Reichen, top of the order, Rugby Reichen on deck. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second innings. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Watson sends a home, high pop-up by Mac Reichen. Drifting towards foul territory near the Yankton bench. It's going to get away from the first baseman, though. Mint could not corral it. He was kind of near that new fencing put in near the Yankton dugout. Count goes 0-1 on the foul tip by Reichen. Watson comes set, checks the runner at first, sends it inside for a ball on Reichen. 1-1 count now after that ball. Josh Sheldon taking his lead at first. Watson focusing on Reichen, bounces that one to the plate. That Josh Sheldon is going to get to second base as the ball gets away from the catcher. Sheldon takes a wide turn, thinks about going 3, but steps back on second. 2-1 count now, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs as there's a man on second for the Bucks. Sheldon in scoring position. Reichen wanting to bring him home. Big swing there from Reichen. That was popped straight back, though. Catcher Sorum trying to get underneath of it. That one hits the top of the press box here at Riverside Field. Two-two count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Yankton got a run in the first. Lincoln got a run in the second. We're knotted up at 1 apiece. Mac Reichen sends it back up the middle. Scooped up by the shortstop. Whips it to first base. Pulls the man off the bag. Reichen's going to be safe, and Josh Sheldon is going to run home as the ball got away from the first baseman. Ball's going to be ruled out of play. They're going to send Mac Reichen to second base, and the run will score as Josh Sheldon puts another run on the board for the Bucks. 2-1 now your score is Reichen.
By the shortstop plates a run. Now batting. The left fielder, number 14, Reichen.
Rugby Reichen steps back in the plate, drew his 5th walk of the season already in his opening at bat. Watson kicks and deals that one high on Reichen. So Reichen at second, Reichen at the plate, and Reichen on deck. As Drew Reichen would be the next one up if Rugby's able to get on base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Rugby makes contact, sends that one out to the right field line. That one is going to drop in front of the right fielder for a base hit. It's going to bring Mac Reichen home as well. RBI single for Rugby Reichen. The Bucks put another one on the board as they're up 3-1 on Sioux Falls Lincoln.
Reichen with the hit to score Reichen. Now batting, another Reichen.
No better way to put it. Reichen scores Reichen to bring up Reichen. As Mac heads back to the bench after scoring a run. Rugby on first for the RBI. Drew Reichen at the plate. 2 outs here in the second inning. That pitch in there for a ball. 1-0 the count to Drew Reichen. Watson comes set. Faster motion out of his stretch negates the leg kick he usually has. 2-0 count as that one's a ball as well. Reichen going from first base, throw down by Sorum. Reichen head first slide, gets in there at second as he's ruled safe on the steal. Puts Rugby Reichen in scoring position. Pitch was ruled a strike, so it's a 2-1 count with 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Each team's got 2 hits apiece, but Yankton has the 2-run lead as they are up 3-1 on the Patriots. Contact made, fly ball out to center field, trying to track it. Securing the grab in center field for the Patriots. That is, Ryan Hirsch. Yankton scores 2 in the bottom of the second inning to go up 3-1 over the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. Patriots bats up next as Matthew Sheldon retakes the mound. We'll be back here shortly. KYNTV.
Lincoln, minute, model, and carry.
Throw goes down to second base here as we're ready to get started in the top of the third inning. 3-1 the lead for the Yankton Bucks as we come back here on KYNTV.
Now batting, first baseman number 2, Sawyer. Minute.
Sawyer Mint at the plate for the Patriots. First pitch in there, low for a ball as it's scooped by McCorkle. Top of the third inning here from Riverside Field-Yankton as pitch number 2 is in there for a ball as well. Count goes 2-0 to Mint. Mint did draw a walk in his first at-bat. Makes contact there, but it will be foul. Count goes 2-1. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. Pitch in there for a ball for Sheldon. Count will move to 3-1 now as he leaves that one a little high. Contact made there by Mint. That one's sailing towards center field. Mac Ryken tracking it, and he secures the grab. Underhanded scoop there out in center for a put out for Mac Ryken. First out of the third inning. That brings up Nate Modal. Shortstop here, win the number 1 for the Patriots. Wind up in the pitch from Sheldon's in there, ball 1. Wind up in the pitch once again from Sheldon. This one over the plate but high for ball 2. 2-0 count now to Modal. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Yankton leads 3-1. Pitch inside there, ball 3. It's a 3-0 count to Modal. See if Modal's taken all the way or if he swings at something left over the heart of the plate. Sheldon leaves it high there for ball 4. Modal's going to take his base. Got a runner on first now for the Patriots. That brings up Cooper Perry, the right fielder, struck out in his first at-bat.
Model draws a walk, now batting. The right fielder, number 10, Cooper Perry.
Perry at the plate, Modal on first. Hussman on deck for the Patriots. First pitch is a ball from Sheldon as he now gets into his stretch for pitch number 2. Sneaking some glances at the runner at first. Hard contact made, but that one goes straight up the elevator shaft. It's drifting towards Josh Sheldon at first. Off the tip of the glove of Sheldon. It's going to roll. Washawn's going to pick it up, try to get the force out at second. They're still going to get at least 1 out on the play, are the Bucks. Heads up play by Owen Washawn, finding Drew Ryken at second base to get the lead runner out. Error is going to be credited to Josh Sheldon, but the Bucks do get an out on the play. 2 down here in the top of the third inning. Brings up Ryan Hussman. Hussman, the left fielder here for the Patriots. Sheldon toes the rubber. Bounces it off the front of the plate, takes a ricochet off of McCorkle. Runner's going to go free to second base, make the turn. Ends up back at second, though, does Perry. Sheldon deals here. That is in there for strike 1. 1-1 count here with 2 gone. Sheldon on the mound again. Checks the runner at second a couple times before sending it home. That pitch inside for a ball. (2-0) count to Hussman here. Hussman did strike out in his first at-bat of this game. Makes heavy contact there, driving it out to right center field. Skelhaas making a diving effort in out of the outfield. What a play by Isaiah Skelhaas. Little bit of a web gem from Skelly in right field, and that ends the inning. or at least the half of the inning. We got the Yankton Bucks bats at the bottom of the inning. Before we get into it, though, that is going to be already your move of the game, brought to you by Mason Schramm and the Move Group. What a play by Skelhaas in right field, making a diving effort on that one. We go to the bottom of the third inning. The Bucks bats are up next. Instead of going to break, though, we're going to take the time to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire, because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. Also, the UPS store. They'll help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs. Even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, and of course, shipping. The UPS store of Yankton, across from Walmart. And finally, Yankton Thrive. Yes, there's a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com.
Due up for Yankton, Camshaw, Matthew Sheldon, and McCorkle.
Lucas Camshaw is set to lead off for the Bucks here. Matthew Sheldon, the pitcher, on deck. In the hole is Jace McCorkle, the catcher. Throw down here to end the warm-up pitches for Watson, as he's still out on the mound. Bottom of the third inning here from Yankton.
Third baseman, number 11, Lucas Camshaw.
Still in a bit of awe from that play made by Skelhaas in right field. Skelhaas, one of the taller guys on this roster, was able to use his frame to track that one down. So now we go to the bottom of the third. First pitch in there is a ball from Watson. Camshaw was hit by pitch in his first at-bat. He tries to get on base again by any means necessary. Second pitch in there for a ball as well. 2-0 count now to Camshaw. Camshaw is the starting third baseman for this team, but he's also got 2 saves already on the season. Third pitch from Watson, kicks and deals, foul tipped by Camshaw. Brings up 2-1 count to the third baseman. Pitcher Matthew Sheldon is still on deck. Watson with the kick and the deal. Just off the outside part of the plate for 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, your count. See if Watson leaves something over the plate for Camshaw to make contact with. Watson fires that one in there for a strike number 2. 3-2 count goes full. Nobody out. Camshaw leading off the bottom of the third inning here for Yankton. Camshaw deals. That one pops straight up. Watson able to get underneath of it. The pitcher, gets the put out on the fly ball. Infield fly secured by Watson. Camshaw is set down to start the inning. Brings up Matthew Sheldon. "3-1 is your score here in the bottom of the third inning. Yankton leads by 2 runs over the Patriots as Watson fires home. That one up high for a ball. Watson comes set again with the leg kick. Foul tipped at the plate by Sheldon. Got a duel between the pitchers right now. Sheldon batting out of the cleanup spot. Watson deals that one ball inside. Pushes the count to 2-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Camshaw flew out. Start the inning. That one in there for a strike for Watson. He pushes the count to 2-2. Jace McCorkle is the man on deck. Owen with Sean in the hole for the Yankton Bucks. Sheldon makes hard contact on that one, drifting towards left field. Near the warning track here are the Patriots, but they're going to secure the catch in left field. Good play there by Ryan Husman as he was able to track that one down near the warning track here at Riverside Field.
The catcher, number 23, Jace McCorkle.
Maybe on a bit of a warmer day with the wind blowing a different direction, that one could have got near the fence, over the fence for Sheldon. For right now, it'll be a long fly out to Hussman, the left fielder. That brings up Jace McCorkle here with 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd. He makes contact with that one, pushes it down the left field line, and foul. Watson gets the call from his catcher, Sorum. He kicks and fires. Another heavy contact made by McCorkle. That one is fading, foul ball near the first base line. That one's going to be secured by the first baseman. Sawyer Mint puts the ball away there for the Patriots. We're going to the top of the 4th inning here as the Bucks go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 3rd, but they hold on to a 3-1 lead. We're going to the top of the 4th here in Yankton. Be back on KYNTV in just shortly. Welcome back in here on KYNTV. Matthew Sheldon back down on the field, on the pitcher's mound for Yankton. Take this time to thank a couple more of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. Also, Starkman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Stockman and Sportsmans ready to go. Get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area students and athletes. Sheldon gets into his windup here. First pitch inside for a ball. Lastly, we'd like to thank Floor Tech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech, 665-4839. Count goes to 1-1 after a strike on pitch number 2 by Matthew Sheldon. Thinking Vasgard is at the plate. That one a ball as well there by Sheldon. 2-1 count now after the ball. It is the top of the 4th inning here in Yankton. Sheldon kicks and deals. That one is low for a ball. 3-1 now the count. Matthew Sheldon has allowed 2 hits and 1 earned run so far today. Also has a couple strikeouts on his ledger. Sheldon fires home for a strike, makes the count full at 3-2. Asgard was ready to take his base there. Maybe thought that one was a little outside. Sheldon kicks and deals. That one low. That one's going to cause a walk. Vasgard's going to take first base. Ball 4 by Sheldon to the leadoff man. That brings up Bryson Mitchell, who had a towering double in the first inning.
Now batting the DH, Bryson Mitchell.
Mitchell also is the lone run on the board for the Patriots. He was brought home later on in that inning. An RBI single by Jorgen Sorum. First pitch outside by Sheldon. Count goes 1-0. Second pitch. Popped up. Near left field. Fading back is Drew Reichen from his shortstop position. Just where the grass meets the turf here at Riverside Field is where Drew Reichen is going to glove that one for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 35.
Brings up the catcher, Jorgen Sorum. Sorum takes ball 1 from Sheldon. 1-0 count here, 1 down in the top of the 4th inning. There's a runner on first. That is Lincoln Vasgard, the third baseman. Sorum did have an RBI in his first at-bat, trying to get another one. That is in there for strike number 1. 1-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Sheldon gets the call from his catcher, McCorkle, checks the runner at first, fires home. That one foul tipped back behind the plate by Sorum. Hope no cars are parked nearby the field as that ball took off the bat of Sorum, just opposite direction of where he wanted it. Sheldon fires home here. That one's going to be called ball 2. 2-2 count here with 1 down in the top of the 4th. It's still a runner on first, Vasgard. He drew a walk to open up. Here's contact made by Sorum, driven out to left field. Rugby Riken underneath it, though. He gloves it for the second out of the inning. It's going to force Vasgard back to first base.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 13, Ryan Hirsch.
2 down now for the Patriots. Ryan Hirsch steps up to the plate. He drew a walk in his first at-bat. 3-1, Bucks lead. First pitch is a ground ball to the third baseman, Kampshoff. Gets it to second base first. Owen Washon covering the bag, and that is going to do it here for the top of inning number 4. The Bucks bats are up next here on KYNTV as they hold a 3-1 lead as Matthew Sheldon works out of some runners on base to put out 3 in the inning. We'll be back on KYNTV here shortly. I'm Brayden Butler. Thank you for joining me this evening for Yankton Bucks Baseball. Welcome back here on KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. We're currently between half innings here as we're going to the bottom of the 4th. Owen Washon will lead off here for the Yankton Bucks. Washon had a strikeout in his first at-bat. Matthew Sheldon's gone 4 complete innings so far for the Bucks. So after his 4th inning, we'll take a look at his stats so far. This stats review is brought to you by Culligan. Rent a Culligan water system for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. To schedule your free and-home water testing consultation, visit CulliganYankton.com. Through 4 innings on the mound for Matthew Sheldon, he's allowed 2 hits and 1 earned run. He struck out 3. He has walked a couple batters as well, though, with 4 walks in this one.
Leading off for Yankton, the second baseman, number 1, Owen Washon.
Owen Washon stepping into the batter's box. The man on the mound he's facing is Caden Watson, who's allowed 3 runs in this one, 1 earned, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Watson, the leg kick, deals to the plate. That one's ball low to Washon. Count goes 1-0 to start. Watson fires in for pitch number 2. That one high. Count goes 0-2 as Washon stays disciplined at the plate. Third pitch coming on the way. That one's a bouncing ball back up the middle by Washon. Off the glove of the shortstop into the hands of the second baseman. Can't get to first base in time, however. Will be an infield hit for Washon. He sent a rocket to the shortstop, could not corral it. Great effort made on the play by Model, excuse me. That brings up Luke Bernardo. Bernardo had a single in the first inning. Bernardo tries to lay down a bunt there, but can't get a hold of it. Count goes 0-1. With Sean on first, Bernardo at the dish. Josh Sheldon on deck for the Bucks. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth innings. The Yankton leads 3-1. Watson sends it in there. Contact made by Sheldon, drives out shallow left field. It's going to be ranging back is the shortstop. He's going to snag it and make the grab.
Model with the catch. Now batting. The first baseman, number 6, Josh Sheldon.
Josh Sheldon's going to be brought up to the plate now. One out here in the fourth inning. So we're in the bottom half. 3-1, Yankton leads. Owen with Sean on first. Watson goes to his shortened stretch here. That one low and away for a ball. Sheldon reached on a fielder's choice in his first at-bat as that one's low and outside for a ball again. 2-0 count now to Josh Sheldon, the first baseman. Watson, third pitch of the at-bat. Moves that one inside for a ball. 3-0 now the count here. Yankton in general today has been very good at showing their patience so far this season now in their third game. Very patient in the batter's box, only taking what's given to them. That pitch is in there for a strike by Watson. Count moves to 3-1. Sheldon was taken all the way. A chilly early spring night. The ball's not going to fly as far either, so just taking those bases as ball 4 means Josh Sheldon will take his base. Taking advantage of the opportunities that are given to you, taking those bases is crucial. So now there's 2 runners on for the Bucks. So we got a mound visit here by Sioux Falls Lincoln. Mound visits are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Also like to take the time to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Sherco, a proud supporter of Yankton sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. Also, State Farm Roy Wilcox. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance has been helping customers to get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm is a proud supporter of the Bucks and Gazelles. And finally, Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway, or by calling them at 665-1222. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen at home watching, thank you for joining me this evening, but I'm at the point in my life where I could put away a whole Pizza Ranch pizza myself, and it might be something I'm planning after the game. We get ready to go again here. Mound visit has concluded. Watson remains on the rubber. That brings up Mac Reichen. An RBI in his first at bat. This one back of the middle, bounces off the pitcher's mound, snagged high by the shortstop. But they can't get the flick to the second baseman. What a play by Model, though. High point in that one after it tipped off the pitcher's mound. But now we have a runner on every base, and that brings up Rugby Reichen.
Now batting. The left fielder, number 14, Rugby Reichen.
Reichen playing left field today, wearing the number 14. He's got 3 ducks on the pond, trying to bring them home. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. That pitch in there high. Reichen so far today has an RBI single and a walk. Watson comes set, trying to work out of this bases loaded jam. Fires to the plate. That's another ball to Reichen. 2-0 count now with 1 down. Watson gets the call from his catcher and comes set. He kicks and deals to the plate. That's ball 3 to Reichen. Once again, showing the patience in the box, Rugby Riken. 5 walks already this season he's drawn. We're only in game 3. Excuse me there, that pitch is ball 3. The count is 3-1. Three-one count, run out, 1 out, 3 runners on, 3 runs on the board for the Bucks. As Riken sends that one back into the netting here behind him. Count goes full, 3-2. Riken was trying to rip that one, just got too far underneath of it, tipped off the bat, back into the netting. Watson comes set. Out of his windup, kicks and deals. Ball 4. Riken draws a walk, and that's going to bring home Owen Washon.
Riken walks. Brings in another run for Yankton.
Another run comes in for the Bucks. The bases remain loaded, and that brings up Drew Riken, but we got another mound visit here. Once again, mound visits are brought to you by Hedro. You ready for a break and looking for a new direction? Visit job.hedro.com. We'll be back here shortly on KYNTV. Looks like a change is being made for pitcher. Watson looks like he's done for the day. We'll be back here shortly. KYNTV, Bucks lead over the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots 4-1. Welcome back here on KYNTV as we have our official position changes. There will be a change at the pitching position. Pitching changes are brought to you by Conklin Distributing. Time to hydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. Sawyer Mint is going to come on as the pitcher. As he leaves the first base spot, that will be filled by Bryson Mitchell. Mitchell was DHing so far this game, as he'll now come in and take over first base duties with the pitching change. Bases are still loaded here for the Bucks as Drew Riken comes out of the on-deck circle. He's ready to go. 4-1 is your score following the walk to Rugby Riken just a few moments ago. Riken getting the last couple practice swings outside the batter's box as he now is stepping in. Riken set up all the way back in the batter's box. Mint goes into his windup. He deals that one high and inside over the back of the head of Riken.
And Drew Riken batting.
Drew Riken at the plate. Second pitch high and inside as well. Gets away from the catcher. Josh Sheldon is going to come home for another run for the Bucks.
Sheldon scores on the wild pitch.
Sheldon will score on the wild pitch. Second run of the inning for Yankton. They now lead 5-3. Drew Riken at the plate. Mac Riken on third. Rugby Riken at second. After that wild pitch, scores Josh Sheldon. That ball inside for ball 3. Only one down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mint fires towards the plate once again. That one in there for a strike, makes the count 3-1. 2 men on, Lucas Kamshoff on deck as the pitch comes in to Drew Reichen. He's going to take that one, ball 4 for a walk.
Drew Reichen will have the walk. Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Lucas Kamshoff.
Lucas Kamshoff up to the plate, third baseman. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and flew out in his second. He now takes the plate with the bases loaded. First pitch in there, low for Mint. That's ball 1. Kamshoff, much like Reichen, setting up at the back of the batter's box. He puts a ground ball out to the second baseman, or the shortstop, excuse me. Get one at second. Low throw, doesn't get another man at first. Ball gets away from the first baseman, Mitchell, as another run's going to score. 2 runs score on the play as Lucas Kamshoff takes first base. Patriots did get an out on second of Drew Reichen, but Rugby and Max score. 7-1 now your lead with a 4-run bottom of the 4th inning here for the Bucks. Matthew Sheldon at the plate now. Swinging on pitch number 1. Grounds it to the third baseman. Gets the man at second base. That's going to do it here for the 4th inning. But 4 runs come across for the Bucks in the bottom half as they now lead 7-1 as we're going to the top of the 5th. Before we go to the top of the 5th inning, thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Yankton Computer and Network Services for your complete personal and business computer solutions. Rely on Yankton Computer and Network Services. Wishing the best of the luck to Bucks and Gazelles this season. Also, the Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. As well as Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. Lastly, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. The Coach's Corner show on Saturday mornings on KYNT at 9 a.m. is sponsored by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and therapy. We'll be back here with the top of the 5th inning as Matthew Sheldon's up now taking his warm-up pitches. In just a little bit, KYNTV Yankton Bucks baseball, they lead the Patriots 7-1. Top of the order up for the Patriots, Sawyer Tolk will bat first here. First pitch in there for a strike for Matthew Sheldon. He was over on the bench for a while. Did get up to get a couple swings in early on in last half inning. He's been off the pitching rubber for a minute. Second pitch in there for a ball. Count goes 1-1. Wind up in the pitch from Sheldon here. Third pitch to the batter. That one low for a ball as Tolk takes it. 2-1 count here to Tolk. That pitch in there for a strike. Knots it up at 2-2. We're here in the top of the 5th inning from Yankton. Bucks lead 7-1 after a 4-run 4th. Sheldon leaves that one a bit high for a ball. Three-two count is full after that ball by Sheldon. He goes into his windup and the pitch. Contact made there by Tolk, but that one's going to be sent out of play for a foul ball. We remain full count 3-2. Wind up in the pitch here from Sheldon on the payoff pitch. That one grounded down the left field line. It's going to go out of bounds, out of play for a foul ball. Pitch again here from Sheldon, a 3-2 count. That one's low for a ball. That would be a walk for Tolk. That brings up the new pitcher, Sawyer Mint. Mint started the game at first base, took over the pitching duties in the last half inning.
Sawyer, minute.
Sheldon out of the stretch, fires in there, strike one. 0-1 count out of the Mint. What is now a pitcher duel. Sheldon sneaks a glance at first base as Mint sends it to the third baseman, Kamshoff. He fires to Washawn at second. Ball gets away from Washawn. Skelhaus able to come up with it in right field, but the runner will advance to third. On the air there at second base. Bucks were trying to turn two there, but the ball got away from Washawn into the right field.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Nate Model.
Runners at the corners now for Sioux Falls Lincoln. Brings in Nate Model. First pitch from Sheldon is in there, high for a ball. Sheldon leaves that one low. Ball gets away from McCorkle. Runner's going to advance from first to second. The runner on third stays home. Takes away the double play ball. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Patriots got 2 men on. Back out of the windup goes Sheldon. That ball driven out to right field. Skelhaus running underneath of it. Washawn making a play from second base as well. Skelhaus able to make the catch. He fires home, trying to get the runner at the plate. Can't get him. McCorkle corrals it. But another run's on the board on the sac fly for the Patriots.
Skelhaus with the catch.
Skelhaus in right field, though, has been making plays today.
Now batting.
Had a diving effort earlier, was able to run up and track that one in the shallow right. First pitch to Perry in there for a ball. Perry struck out in his first at-bat and reached on an error in his last. That one, ground ball to Kamshoff at third. He's firing home to McCorkle. Now they got a man in a pickle down the third base line. That's Mint. McCorkle now with the ball. Gets it to Sheldon, trying to chase down Mint. Mint gets chased down by Sheldon, puts the tag on him. Runner does advance to second in the chaos, though.
Yankton executes the rundown for now. Now batting.
Well executed rundown there by Yankton.
The left fielder, number 7.
Good wheels shown by Matt Sheldon as well, able to chase down Mint on the third base line. Perry will reach second base, though, on the play. Be ruled a fielder's choice. First pitch is a ball for Sheldon. 2 down now in the inning. Only 1 run has come across for Lincoln. Sheldon puts that one in there. That one's going to be driven out to right field. Skelhaus underneath of it once again, and he secures the grab in right field. 3 down now in the top of the 5th as we're going to the bottom. Yankton Bucks bats are up next. Skelhaus making a couple plays in right and a well-executed rundown as well. Got the 3 outs for the Bucks. Their bats are up next when we come back for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Welcome back here on KYNTV. So throw down to second base ends the warm-ups. New catcher in the game for the Patriots. As Dayton Grease was taking plays behind the dish.
The catcher, number 23, Jace McCorkle.
Speaking of catchers, number 23, Jace McCorkle is going to be the one leading off for the Bucks. Grease and Mint talking strategy here. They're trying to hook up in this bottom of the fifth inning. Yankton currently leads by 5 runs, 7-2 your score. So we are in the bottom of the fifth inning, getting on the home stretch of this one. This is a single game tonight between the Patriots and the Bucks. First pitch from Mint out of his windup inside. Judging by McCorkle's reaction, I thought he got hit for a moment, but that's just a ball inside. Quick into the windup once again for Mint. That one a ball as well. 2-0 the count. Mint winds up for pitch number 3. Ground ball to the third baseman. Slips through the glove of Vasgard at third base. McCorkle is going to be safe at first base as that ball rolls to the left fielder.
McCorkle reaches first base. Thursday running for Yankton. Number 16.
They're going to rule that an error on Vasgard. Brings up Owen Washon here. Singled in his last at-bat, did Washon. First pitch inside for a ball.
Batting for Yankton, the second baseman, number 1, Owen Washon.
Designated hitter Luke Bernardo is on deck. See Josh Sheldon, the first baseman, in the hole. Second pitch to Washon. He makes contact with it, drives it out to right field. Underneath of it, though, is a Lincoln player as Cooper Perry gloves that one in right. Out number 1 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Yankton leads by 5. 7-2 is your score line, and that brings up Luke Bernardo.
Number 17, Luke Bernardo.
Bernardo, Josh Sheldon, Mac Ryken. Your next 3 batters potentially for the Bucks. And the top of the order. Mint out of the stretch. Deals home, ball 1. 1-0 count here to Bernardo, who did single in his first at-bat of the game. Flew out last at-bat. Second pitch, foul tip by Bernardo. One is your count with 1 out. Third pitch of the at-bat in there for Mint is swung on and missed by Bernardo. That's strike 2. Count should be at 1-2. Your score line here in the bottom of the fifth. That pitch in there for strike 3. Gets Bernardo looking, does Mint. Mint's first strikeout of the game.
Bernardo strikes out. Now batting, the first baseman, number 6, Josh Sheldon.
Shall also mention Evan Sirk is at first base, pinch running for McCorkle. A courtesy runner. First pitch in there for a ball to Sheldon. Second pitch, contact back up the middle by Sheldon's going to be scooped out by the shortstop. Step on second base for Modal.
Model at the play.
That's going to make it 7-2 here as we go to the top of the 6th inning in this one. Bucks lead by 5 over the Patriots. Still got 2 more full innings of action potentially. Don't go anywhere. Yankton Bucks baseball here on KYN-TV. Bucks lead by 5 as we're going to the 6th. Do have a pitching change as we come back here on
We
KYNTV.
have some changes for Yankton. Now on the mound, number 3, Mac Reichen.
Mac Reichen moves from center field as he will now be pitching on the mound. Matthew Sheldon moves to second base.
Matthew Sheldon.
Owen Washon has been subbed out of the game. Evan Sirk goes to center.
Spot is number 16, Evan Sirk.
Bucks do lead here to start the top of the 6th inning, 7-2. Go over those changes one more time. Matthew Sheldon moves from the mound to second base. Mac Reichen moves from center field to the pitching mound. Owen Washon has been subbed out for Evan Sirk, who takes Mac Reichen's spot in center field. Everything else remains the same for the Bucks. Cam Schaff at third.
Leading off the inning,
Drew Reichen at shortstop. Josh Sheldon at first. Jason McCorkle behind the plate. Rugby Reichen in left. And Isaiah Skelhaas in right. First pitch from Mac Reichen, swung on and missed by Vasgard. Count goes 0-1. Second pitch is a ball from Reichen. Vasgard did walk in his last at-bat. Ball 2 to Vasgard here. 2-1 count. Top of the 6th inning here. Yankton leads 7-2. 7 runs on 4 hits and 1 error for the Bucks. 2 runs on 2 hits for Lincoln. 2 errors as well for the Patriots. Swing and a miss there by Vasgard for strike number 2 as the count goes 2-2. Wind still blowing left to right across the diamond. Maybe in a little bit from left field. That pitch is a ball. Count goes full for Mac Reichen. His first pitching action of the season. After this batter, we'll take a look at Matthew Sheldon's pitching stats at the start of this game. As that is ball 4 for a walk, as Vasgard will take first base. So we pull up those stats for Matthew Sheldon as he's done for the day on the mound.
now batting, the first baseman, number 20.
Sheldon went 5 innings and allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 strikeouts. Did have 5 walks as well, did Sheldon. Bryson Mitchell steps up to the plate for Sioux Falls Lincoln. That pitch high and tight on Mitchell, and it hits him.
Mitchell, the first base on the hit by pitch. Now batting.
Be a hit by pitch for Bryson Mitchell. He will take first base. Runners on first and second for the Patriots.
Grease.
Dayton Grease up to the plate now. He subbed in for Jorgen Solom, excuse me. First pitch to Grease is a ball. Second pitch here from Reichen. That one in there for a strike. Gets his first strike of the at-bat to Grease. 1-1 count now. No outs. Runners on first and second. Ball 2 there on that one from Reichen. 2-1 count now to Grease. Runner on first. Mitchell was just hit by a pitch. Runner is going from second is Vasgard. Mitchell makes it from first to second as well. So now you got runners at second and third. 2 runners in scoring position for Lincoln. The base paths umpire talking to Mac Reichen a little bit. Reichen kicks and deals that one low and away for ball 4, and that loads the bases for the Patriots. Jason McCorkle taking the time to talk to his pitcher, Reichen. Just last couple minute words of encouragement, not a full mound visit, but mound visits are brought to you by Hedro. Bases are loaded for the Patriots here. Reichen deals. That one's high for ball one. 1-0 count now. That one low and away for ball two. 2-0 count now for Reichen. That one in there for ball number 3 as that one was left low by Reichen again. 3-0 count here for Reichen as he sends that one in for a strike. 3-1 now count. 3-1 now is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out, 3 runners on. So Reichen goes into his windup. That one, ground ball, back up the middle. Diving effort made by Drew. Reichen can't get there. It's going to be fielded in center field by Evan Sirkis. He's going to send it into Reichen. 1 run scores, make that 2 runs for Lincoln. Runners on first and second, but 2 runners come across the plate. Two RBI single there by Ryan Hirsch. That gives us a 7-4 ball game. So we are in the top of the 6th inning here. Do have a mound visit here for the Bucks. Mound visits are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit job.hedro.com. Looks like there's going to be a pitching change as well. Pitching changes are brought to you by Conkling Distributing. It's time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel with 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar. You're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. Taking a look at the sub roster here for the Yankton Bucks. See what the exact switch is here. Looks like Reichen is on his way jogging back out to center field.
Now pitching for Yankton, number 24, Mark Cottle. Cottle enters in the game in Sirk's spot in the lineup, which is the 6th spot in the batting order.
Cottle enters the game on the pitcher's mound. Mac Reichen returns to center field. It's announced as well that Cottle will be taking over Sirk's spot in the batting order, which will be the 6th spot. See what Cottle's got here for Tolk. As the leadoff man is set here with 2 runners on. Lincoln has cycled back to the top of the order. 7-4 the Bucks lead. First pitch from Cottle out of the stretch. In there for strike 1. 0-1 count now. Two runs have come across already at the top of the 6th inning here for the Patriots. Cottle and McCorkle talking a little bit. Runners at first and second as Cottle checks the one in at second. Sends that one home just a bit off the plate for a ball. 1-1 count now. Cottle to Tolk. Cottle comes set, fires again. This one, contact made by Tolk. That one's going to be a foul ball drifting out past the right field line. 1-2 count now for Cottle to Tolk. Cottle wearing the number 24 here for the Bucks as he comes set at the mound. Checks the runner at second as he deals. That ball hit up the middle, drifting towards Mac Reichen. Reichen secures the catch in center field, gets the ball back into the second baseman, Sheldon. First out of the top of the 6th inning. Cottle forces a fly ball to Reichen in the outfield.
Now batting, the pitcher number 2, Sawyer Minute.
That brings in Sawyer Mint. Cottle checks the runner at second a couple times before firing in. That's strike 1 to Mint. 0-1 count now, 1 down after that fly ball to Reichen in center field. Bucks do lead this one 7-4. They got 5 hits on the afternoon, 1 error. Lincoln's got 3 hits for their 4 runs, 2 errors. Cottle bounces that one in a little bit to McCorkle for a ball. McCorkle and Mint made a little contact there as McCorkle was trying to chase down the ball, but nothing but respect there. Just a case of, batters in the batter's box for a reason. It's hard to get out of the way sometimes when McCorkle's firing out of his stance. Cottle checks the runner at second. Contact made by Mint, sends it out deep to left center field, excuse me. Mac Reichen is there, though, as he secures the snag in the outfield. Gets that one in to Drew Reichen, holds the runner at second. Another fly ball to Mac Reichen in the outfield is secured. Brings up Nate Model. Right, the number 1, the shortstop. It's the 3rd game of the season for the Bucks here as we are in the top of the 6th inning. They are 2-0 to start after a pair of victories over Huron last night. Cottle checks the runner at second once, twice. Not a 3rd time. He sends it home. That one's high for a ball. Cottle on the mound here once again. His pitch to the home plate, ball number 2. Runners on first and second for the Patriots as that pitch hits off the back of the batter. Model gets hit by a pitch.
Model at first base on hit by pitch. Now batting, the right fielder number 10, Cooper Perry.
Brings up Cooper Perry. Has reached in his last 2 at-bats, but yet to record a hit. Reached on an error in his second and fielder's choice last time out. Good contact made there by Perry. That one's going to drift foul. 7-4 here, top of the 6th inning. The bases are loaded once again for the Patriots. Perry at the dish. Cottle kicks and deals. That one's low for a ball. 1-1 count here, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Bucks lead by 3 here. That can change in an instant. Cottle trying to work out of a jam. That pitch driven deep out the outfield. Skalhas is calling for it in right. He makes the snag. Isaiah Skalhas makes the play in right field, and Mark Cottle strands 3 runners on base, maintaining the Yankton Bucks 3-run lead here as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Bucks bats are up next. Stick around here on KYNTV for more. Only in a couple moments, the Bucks will be back out on the field, bottom of the 6th inning.
Riken, followed by Rugby Riken, followed by Drew Riken.
Welcome back in here on KYNTV, Yankton Bucks baseball. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bucks lead the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots 7-4. Bucks got those 7 runs off of 5 hits. They have committed 1 error as well, has Yankton. Mac Riken to lead off, followed by the top of the order. Mac Riken, Rugby Riken, Drew Riken. Those are your 3 batters at least that will face the Patriots in this half inning. Mint still on the mound for Sioux Falls Lincoln. That's in there for a ball inside. 1-0 count. Riken makes contact there. Diving effort made by the shortstop. Can't get him at first, though, as Mac Riken beats it out. Great effort there by Modal.
Mac Riken beats it out at first base. Now batting.
Just could not get the throw to Bryson Mitchell in time as Mac Riken beats it out down the first base line. That brings up Rugby Riken in the batter's box. First pitch is foul tipped by Riken. 2 walks and an RBI single so far today for Rugby. Second pitch to Riken is low for a ball. 3 plate appearances so far for the man wearing number 14, playing out left field. But only 1 for 1 in the official scorebook with those 2 walks. Makes hard contact with that one, sending out left field. It's going to be gloved, though, in the left by the left fielder. That's Ryan Hussman. He was able to get on his horse and run up and get that one.
Now batting for Yankton, the shortstop,
Riken almost had it there, trying to drop it in that sweet spot between the infielders and the left fielder, but couldn't get there in time as Hussman was able to beat it out and run it down, track it down. First out of this 6th inning for the Bucks. 7-4 they lead. Mac Riken standing on first base. Drew Riken now at the plate. Lucas Kamshoff on deck. Mint working out of the stretch. Contact made by Riken. He's going to push it down the left field line. It's going to get into left field for a base hit for Drew Riken. Throw comes in from Hussman. Crowd by Vasgard will keep Mac at third.
Double by Drew Riken.
Now you got Drew Riken at second, Mac Riken at third, and Lucas Kamshoff coming up to the plate.
Number 11, Lucas Kamshoff.
Mint working out of the windup here. Leaves that one outside for ball 1 to Kamshoff. Kamshoff swinging a miss for strike 1. Had a couple RBIs on his last at-bat, did Kamshoff. That came back in the 4th inning. The Bucks were able to put 4 on the board in the bottom of the 4th. Kamshoff makes heavy contact there, send it out to the right fielder. That one's going to be near the wall. It's going to bounce on the warning track and go up against the wall. Kamshoff's going to round first, head to second. Mac Riken scores. Kamshoff's going to pull up at second base. Drew Riken's going to score as well. Another couple RBIs from Kamshoff.
Now batting.
2 RBI double for Lucas Kamshoff, his 4th RBI of the day in total. And that brings up Matthew Sheldon. Kamshoff at second, Matthew Sheldon at the plate, Jace McCorkle on deck. 1 out, 9-4 lead now for the Bucks as Mint's working out of the stretch. Leaves that one inside for ball 1. Second pitch is swung on and hit by Sheldon's head out to the center fielder. That's gloved in center field by the Patriots, but Kamshoff is going to go from second to third. Good play in center field by Hirsch, though, as he was able to glove that one. Gets the second out of the inning. That brings up Jace McCorkle. Lucas Kamshoff on third. Could be the 10th run of the game as he's able to cross the plate, but there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Cottle is on deck. First pitch to McCorkle is low for a ball. 1-0 is your count now, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The bats have been working for both these teams. The Bucks have got the better end of it. That's foul tipped by McCorkle. Count goes 1-1. Mint in the windup once again. Deals inside for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. McCorkle reached on an error in his last at-bat. Makes contact there, but that is going to be foul down the third baseline, scooped up by the third base coach. Count moves 2-2. 2 outs. 1 man on third base. That's Lucas Kamshoff. Kicks and deals does Mint. That's going to be low and away for ball number 3. Count goes full. Full count with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Man on third in scoring position. Payoff pitch from Mint. That one's going to be ball 4. That's going to bring up Cottle. Runners at the corners with McCorkle on first. Kamshoff on third. As you're going to bring in a courtesy runner from the looks of it for McCorkle.
Courtesy running, number 21, Easton Nelson.
That's Easton Nelson at first base as the courtesy runner. Mark Cottle at the plate. Kamshoff at third. Nelson in at first as the courtesy runner. First pitch from Mint to Cottle. In there for a ball. Ball 1, 1-0 count now to Cottle. Came in the last inning on the mound in relief, did Cottle. Second pitch low and away for a ball. Kamshoff coming home. He's going to get home untouched. Nelson's going to get to second as well on the play. 10-4, good buddy is your score now after that Kamshoff run scored on the wild pitch. Bucks lead by 6 in the bottom of the 6th inning here. Contact made by Mark Cottle there, sends it out to left field. That one's going to drop in front of the left fielder, and that's going to score Easton Nelson. Cottle turning, trying to turn it into 2. Ball's going to get there in time, though. Cottle's going to be counted out at second. That's going to do it for this half of the inning as Cottle is thrown out at second base. The run is going to count, however, so 11-4 is your score as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Final inning of action here on KYNTV is coming up in just a couple of moments, so don't go anywhere. Bucks lead by 7 over the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots here on KYNTV. Back in a couple of moments. Get back underway here for what could be the final half inning of this ball game. Yankton leads by 7 over Sioux Falls Lincoln. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, Mark Cottle on the mound. Will be working out of the windup for the first time tonight. Cottle kicks and deals. That one low and away for ball 1. Start this at bat. Second pitch from Cottle. In there for a swinging strike 1. Ryan Hussman at the plate for Sioux Falls Lincoln. Third pitch of the at-bat is a ball for Cottle. Count moves 2-1 now. Swinging there is Hussman. He's able to get some contact on it. But it will be a strike. 2-2 is your count. 0 outs in the inning. Cottle goes through his windup once again and the pitch. That one in there for strike 3. Cottle sets his man down to open up the 7th inning. That brings up Lincoln Vasgard.
Number 8, Lincoln Vasgard.
It's Cottle's first strikeout here as he takes down Hussman. First pitch off the plate is a ball. 1-0 count now to Vasgard. Swinging strike 1. It's Vasgard now in a 1-1 count after Cottle gets him to swing and miss. 1-1 count, 1 out. Bucks lead by 7 here in the top of the 7th. That pitch in there for a strike as well by Cottle. 1-2 count now for Mark Cottle. Swing and a miss there, strike 3 as Cottle sets another one down. Back-to-back strikeouts to open up the 7th inning. Kids cooking. 1 out remaining here for the Patriots as they're trailed by 7.
Now batting, number 5, Kason Rapp.
Kason Raff comes into the game. Swing, sends this one out to center field, and this might do it as Mac Reichen chasing it down, dives and makes the play, and that's going to do it here from Riverside Field. The Yankton Bucks secure an 11-4 victory over the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. They moved to 3-0 on the year. We're going to move to our Yankton Rexall post-game show here on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us this evening on KYNTV so far. Yankton Rexall post-game show, as well as the post-game coach interview, so we get to hear from head coach Drew Lawrence on this impressive win by this Bucks team. 11-4, your final score from Yankton. We'll be back here shortly for the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Welcome back in here on KYN-TV. The Bucks secure an 11-4 victory over the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots here as they move to 3-0 on the young season. I'm Brayden Butler here. Thank you for joining me as we take a look at your stats in this game. Your stat review is brought to you by Culligan. You can rent a Culligan water system for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. To schedule your free in-home water test and consultation, visit CulliganYankton.com. Looking at the stats for the Bucks, multiple players recorded a hit today. Only one recorded more than one. That was Mac Reichen. He went 2 for 3 on the day. He also reached on a fielder's choice, scored every time he reached base, did Mac Reichen. Josh Sheldon reached a couple times, once on a walk and once on an error. He scored twice as well. In the hit column for the Bucks, outside of Reichen, you had Mark Cottle getting a hit, going 1 for 1. Owen Washon going 1 for 3. Jace McCorkle going 1 for 3. Cam Schaff, Drew Reichen also going 1 for 3 apiece. And Rugby Reichen going 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and 2 walks in this one. On the pitching end of things, Matthew Sheldon got the win today. We'll talk more about him in just a little bit as Yankton Bucks head coach Drew Lawrence comes in to talk to me for the post-game interview here on KYNTV. Coach, big win today. I know you and I talked just over 24 hours ago, maybe about 30, about how this is a tough Sioux Falls-Lincoln team. At that time, though, you thought you were playing them on Wednesday, not tonight.
Yep, that's a good team. That's a really good win for us overall, especially with the way that we had to come through and do it. You know, we battled. We had a really good job at the plate, but we had to compete on the mound, and some young guys did some really good job out there for us and really showed us what they can do, and that's fun. But that's a really good win. I mean, Sioux Falls-Lincoln is the defending champions, and they can hit. They swung the bat pretty well there. We were fortunate to make some really good plays out there, too. Otherwise, the game could have been a little bit different.
You know, I always want to talk about those plays as well as the players on the mound. So we'll start in the outfield where those plays were really being made. I saw Isaiah Skelhaus and Mac Reichen really tracking the ball very well in the outfield. Rugby Reichen as well getting a catch in the outfield. So when those balls went deep on Rugby Mac and Isaiah, they were able to track it very well, even with the kind of the cloud cover and the darkness in the sky.
Yeah, those guys are fun to watch. They go and they get baseballs. They track it down. They're all fast. They're all athletes. With those guys out there and other guys that we have out there, we threw Cirque out there for a little bit too. He's really fast. I mean, anyone can go catch a ball. So anytime that our pitcher knows that a fly ball is out there, that there's a really good chance that it's going to be caught, even if it's in the gap, which we did today. So those guys have been able to do that for years, but it makes the coaching staff really comfortable because then we know that we have guys that can go down and track baseballs.
You know, talk about your pitching staff today, a couple pitchers. Obviously, Matthew Sheldon getting the start and the win here as a sophomore on this baseball team, and then Mark Cottle coming in late and securing the victory in the end, even getting a hit out deep to left field. He I didn't want to talk about one thing, too, where he kind of tried to turn into 2, got caught. You went over and met him by second base. If you can share what you told him at second base, could you share that as well?
Sure. Well, see, I'll talk about Matthew first. So that's what we know Matthew can do. That's why we have him on this team. We slowly started to bring him up into the Junior Legion last year and play there because we knew it was this type of player. So nothing was, surprising there. He goes out there and he does a really good job. He's a gamer. He can throw multiple pitches for strikes or balls when he wants to. So I was proud of him. Mark on the mound was very, very impressive. So the cool thing about this job is you can watch in practice. You can see kids do everything they can in practice, but you don't know what that's going to translate into the game. So then you get to see Mark's a gamer. He opened up a lot of eyes, I think, tonight as far as what he was able to do and the way that he was strutting around out there and knew that he was going to come in and compete. And he didn't have a lot of time to get ready because Mac struggled a little bit, which he usually doesn't do. Mac usually only throws strikes. So when he went and struggled, I just told Mark, you better start going and get ready. So he didn't have a lot of time, but he did a good job. And then he gets an RBI. He gets that double. The only thing I told Mark is that I just needed him to refocus because he just got an RBI and that we needed to win a baseball game. And so he got locks back in and was ready to go. But at the time it was funny, but we kind of moved on, hopefully, and didn't worry about it. And he didn't. He came out and did a really good job.
You know, you tell him to lock back in, refocus. Kid comes out and throws a great final inning, 2 strikeouts in that top half of the 7th. I think he was focused and ready to go. He's a gamer, like you said. It was nice to see him because he's one of the guys where I've had the opportunity to cover some other Yankton sports throughout the fall and the winter. He's a name I haven't seen pop up yet, Mark Cottle. So it was impressive to see him, my first action of him on the mound out there, and I think he played very well.
Yeah, he was very impressive. It's really fun. That's probably so far this year the most enjoyment I've had watching him pitch out there, just because I didn't know what we were going to get. I was kind of kicking ourselves, and me and Coach Davis were, and because I almost went to Mark before, and then when Mac struggled, and then when he had a really good game, Coach Davis goes, well, now we know. Now we know Mark can go out there and compete, and he's going to do a good job for us. So really impressive, really, really proud of him, and I'm glad that he was able to have success out there today.
Now I want to talk offensively for a second on the batting end of things. Obviously, putting up 11 runs on Sioux Falls Lincoln's a very impressive showing. I think what really spoke about the Bucks' performance today and yesterday against Huron is they're very patient at the plate, especially Rugby Riken. I've kept track. He is tallied already 5 walks on the season, and we're only 3 games in. So he's been very disciplined at the plate, and I think that's not just him; that's the team as a whole.
We are very disciplined. You know, rugby's a special player. I know we've talked about it a lot, but when rugby gets into a sport, so when he gets into football, he only focuses on football. So when he gets into basketball, he only focuses on basketball. And I actually love that about him. So that means he didn't do any off-season stuff for baseball. Now, he's a good enough athlete where he doesn't have to worry about that. So when he comes out here, he's already played baseball for so many years. He can find his pitch and battle. I mean, the first at-bat of the game, when he ended up getting a walk, that was like a 10, 12 pitch at bat. So that was impressive, and that started us off right there. But, yeah, our guys are really patient, and we drove the ball well today. We had a lot of base hits. Mac Riken did a great job batting today. Lucas had a good double. I mean, we had a lot of guys. Like you said, we had a lot of runs, a lot of hits. We could go down the line, and very impressive by a lot of those guys.
I know we talked yesterday in the post game after your doubleheader victories over Huron. You like to give the guys some time off over Easter break with that coming up. So what's next for this Yankton Bucks team when they come back from that break?
So we'll take tomorrow off. That was planned, whether we did well today or not, because we needed a day off after a couple games. And then we'll have a couple practices here on Easter, and then we'll be ready to go for our home game here on the 11th against Sioux Falls, Washington. So another Sioux Falls school who's going to be ready to play, and we have to be ready as well.
Coach Drew Lawrence, 3-0 to start the season after an 11-4 victory over Sioux Falls Lincoln. Congratulations to you. We'll see you again on the 11th when we take on Sioux Falls, Washington right here at Riverside Field.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yep, thank you. That is head coach Drew Lawrence in your post-game interview here on KYNTV. Be back in about 30 seconds. We'll wrap up here because I got to collect my notes, talk about offensive player of the game, defensive player of the game, and, of course, what's next for the Bucks, as Coach Drew Lawrence just mentioned, right here on KYNTV. Coming up, 30 seconds. Welcome back in here on KYNTV as I collect my bearings here on the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Got to give out our offensive and defensive players of the game. We'll start on offense. Your offensive player of the game is brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. We got to give it to Lucas Kamshoff today. 4 RBI in this one for Lucas Kamshoff on the day. He was a main contributing factor in driving in those runs, had a big 2 RBI double in the late innings to kind of increase the lead to where its final total was for the Bucks. He is your Hy-Vee offensive player of the game. And your defensive player of the game brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians. Olson's Pest Technician is your resident and commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. Your defensive player of the game is going to be Isaiah Skelhaas out in right field. Made a couple acrobatic plays out in right, including earning move of the game on a diving play he made early on in this one. Great outfield performance from all 3 outfielders, Mac Riken, Rugby Riken, and Isaiah Skelhaas. Evan Sirk spent some time out there as well. But Isaiah Skelhaas is your defensive player of the game following his performance. Next up for the Yankton Bucks is a matchup with the Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors on April 11th. Not going to brag too much, but April 12th is my birthday, so hopefully that is a good couple days back-to-back here on KYNTV. Thank you for joining us this evening for Yankton Bucks baseball as they secure an 11-4 victory over the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots to move to 3-0 on the young season. I've been Brayden Butler. Thank you for joining me once again. Until next time, stay safe, be good people, and we're out here on KYNTV.